Hey, welcome to Sunday morning. It's bright and early, 2:32 in the morning. It's pretty early on Sunday, and I have a quick little NFL update. Just updated the injury report for those of you who care about NFL. Maybe me. I'm going to look at the games. I haven't really taken a look at the handicap this Sunday. Let's do it. What happened on these two games on Saturday? The answer is not too bad, actually, based on what we said in the video. Buffalo did run away with this game more than we thought, and Carolina accidentally covers 9 points. The line moved to 8, though, when the game started, so you might have ended up with a push here. But when we move out questionable players, scores start to change a little bit when you go back to here. And you see that scores would have dropped when you move out those questionable players and things move around. So anyway, let's look at these other games on Sunday and Monday. What do we have? Well, we got to think about playoff implications. That matters. Teams that are playing hard to try to get into the playoffs are going to play harder. So, and teams that are eliminated are not going to play as hard, right? That's one of the biggest factors this late in the season. So, Indianapolis, are they playing hard? Yes. Is Houston playing hard? No. Is Indianapolis going to be Houston? Probably yes. Are they going to cover 7? Algorithm says they will. Is Houston going to try to spoil, though? I mean, I don't like trying to cover a touchdown or more, so that's a tough spread line, but algorithm has it way up at the top like that, so they are at home at least. Seattle is in name redacted town, and Washington Football Club slightly favored. Thinks they're going to win by 8. Really? Wow. Yeah, I think Antonio Gibson's hurt. Wait till let's take a look at these games like this, and then I'm going to remove all the questionable players, and we're going to look at this again, and see what is consistent both ways. So right now, I understand. I don't love either of these picks. How about Chicago and Minnesota? I think Chicago wins by a touchdown. Chicago's an underdog. Why? Because Minnesota's fighting for playoffs. This is sneaky. Chicago +3, they're sneaky. We'll see what happens when we mess with the injury report. Niners and Cowboys. Cowboys have been playing better for some reason the last few weeks. Niners have been playing worse. That flips this around. Does have them winning by point projections though, man. Yeah, I guess are they trying to make the playoffs? The Niners gonna make the playoffs? I don't know about that. Giants and Browns. This game I liked when we talked about this on Thursday. You get 6.5 points with the Giants at home. This is craziness. It shows that we have them winning by 5 at +260. What do you do with that? We'll see what happens when we mess with the injury report in a second. Dolphins should beat the Patriots by 3, and you only have to. I like that. At home, absolutely. Who they playing? Stidham or who's playing quarterback for the Patriots? We'll see what happens when we mess with the injury report, but I like that a lot. Saints and the Chiefs. Wow. Drew Brees is back, but I mean, how much of his lung is inflated? Like, did you crush his ribs? His chest went down like a Jenga set. I don't understand how he's playing 3 weeks later. But it does say that if he's getting toward healthy, that they beat the Super Bowl reigning champions because this is in New Orleans. All right. Jacksonville and Baltimore. Jacksonville's not playing for anything. Baltimore is. So the projected score here is silly because of quarterbacks. Don't believe this projected score. Just stay away from this game because the points are too much. I don't know what to do there. Atlanta and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's playing still hard. It has a tie game. We'll see what happens after the injury report. Even though Atlanta's not favored by win strength, but they get 7. That's why weird. Philly and Arizona. Thinks Arizona barely wins this game. And you get 6.5 with Philly. Philly sneakily tries to cover again in one of these games. I believe they do that. They have a weird way of covering lately. Detroit and Tennessee. Tennessee is playing. Somehow they're going to give up a lot of points. Tennessee's been looking better and better every week, though. I don't. It's a tough game to pick. I don't like what the algorithm's doing there. Jets and Rams. The Rams apparently have a 100% chance of winning this game. That's funny. Does think there'll be a lot of points. I don't know what to do with 17.5. And the Bengals and Steelers getting 14.5. Ugh, more crap. So, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna remove all the questionable. So this is everybody who's questionable. All of a sudden now, it's like they're not playing at all, right? And let's see what that does to the scores. Stuff moves around, and you start to see things like San Francisco is even more favored than they were before in terms of projected score. Indianapolis stayed at the top, and so there's something to be said for that. For Indianapolis to be up there, technically they're supposed to cover 7 in this game because they're going to want this game, I guess, for playoff implications. Houston's not a very good team. This is in Indianapolis. It's tough covering 7. You could just take the money line, but that doesn't pay very well. But there's a reason that's staying up there. Niners moved up. Seattle stayed the same place. Chicago stayed the same place. The Saints moved up, and this point projection went up a little bit. So maybe somebody's hurting on the Chiefs. It's making the Saints +3 an even more interesting pick with Breeze playing. Philly moved up a little bit. Philly actually takes the lead in this game because of injuries. That's fascinating. Here's a team trying to play for playoffs. Playoffs? The Eagles +6.5 is a really sneaky, dirty pick that's probably going to even win at +240. Don't like this Jacksonville. All right, let's start eliminating stuff. Let's see what a pick of the day is and what kind of round robin you could do here. What are we not taking? I'm not taking Jacksonville because they're not playing for anything. I'm not taking Atlanta or Tampa Bay in that weird situation because Atlanta's not playing for anything. I'm not taking Detroit against Tennessee. If anything, I would take Tennessee -10. But I'm not getting involved in that game because they're not playing for anything. Jets and Rams is too far out in the no man land with that spread. Bengals Steelers, similar problem. Even though the Bengals probably cover 14.5, but it's just too much. It's too weird. So you're left with, I liked Miami. Now all of a sudden this switched in terms of spread and it says Miami doesn't cover 2 points after injuries. But without injuries, it's a little different. Or, like with these questionable people playing. Now all of a sudden it is what? It's flipping back over and it's Miami winning by 3. I like Miami as one of my picks. I think I like this Saints +3 as one of my picks. I think I like the Eagles +6.5. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. I like the Giants +6.5. What happened without the injuries in the Giants game? Yeah, what happens here without questionable people? What happens to the Giants? Giants drop and only have a 1-point win. So they could potentially get tied, lose with a touchdown, but it's still a good pick. So Giants +6.5. Dolphins -2. Or Dolphins just to win, really. Let's go back to this look and freeze it on this look here with all the players, questionable players playing. Because this is the way I've always done it in the past. So yeah, it's the Dolphins -1 or the money line. Yeah, really the Dolphins money line is fine. Saints +3, Eagles +6.5, Giants +6.5. So you got these 4 taken care of. It kept moving the Niners up after injuries. The Niners money line, I guess. I'm scared of Dallas upsetting here, though. I don't like this game. But I don't know anything. Don't listen to me. They're favored. They're away in Dallas. Dallas plays terrible at home. They play terrible everywhere. I guess, are the Niners playing for anything? What are the standings? Somebody answer this question for me, even though I'm recording this, by myself. What are the stats here? What are the Niners doing? What's their record? Where are you guys, San Francisco? San Francisco is 5-8. Now they're not playing for anything. No, get that game off of there. Get this game off of here. They're not playing for anything at 5-8. Get this game off of here. They might not win. Bears are still playing for something? What Bears playing for? Bears are 6-7. They're not playing anything. I don't think that they can get into the playoffs. So that means that Minnesota is playing harder. So I understand why that's sneaky bad, but you do get 3 points, but it's not that reliable. Bears let you down all season long. Do you really want to take any position in the Seahawks-Washington Football Club game? Well, You know what? Washington's defense is okay. This margin one strike isn't that great. You'd get 6.5 with Washington, although the algorithm is saying take Seattle minus because they win by 8. I consider that too close, and I'm gonna just stay away. I like something different in the algorithm, so I'm just gonna stay away from it. I don't know what to do there. So you're left with this. This is pretty decent. This is sneaky, plus 6.5. This is sneaky 2, plus also plus 3. I think that's. What are the odds that Kansas City goes in and blows out New Orleans in New Orleans with Drew Brees coming back? Even if Drew Brees is hurt and has to come out, they've been doing this with Taysom Hill. Like, there's all kinds of interesting reasons why the Saints can surprise the Chiefs there at home. Like the Dolphins, because I don't like what the Patriots have been doing lately, and in Miami, and there's a team, I think they're trying to make the playoffs. Let's look at Miami. Yeah, they're 8-5. Yeah, Miami's in the hunt. So the Giants also in the hunt, trying to win the division, are supposed to beat the Browns. That's sneaky plus 6.5 because it's in New York. A lot of home teams. This is a good 5, right? I don't know if the Colts cover 7. That's kind of difficult up here. I'd hate to lose it on that by them only winning by 3 or something. You could do money line plus 6.5, money line plus 3, plus 6.5. So everybody with the points except money line, Indianapolis, money line, Miami. The line gets a little worse. But technically, Indianapolis is supposed to try to walk over Houston here, and the point projections say they're going to do it by more than a touchdown. So you put your money where your mouth is. You take those. All right, guys, that's 11 minutes. Whatever. Yeah, this is. I whenever I go over the week. By the way, is there a Monday game going on here? What's the Monday game? Monday is this game. I don't even worry about that. Yeah. Usually after looking at the list, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, it's a really tough week. I don't know what to do here. Those 5 picks, these are actually all pretty darn good picks. I like a lot of what's going on here. I like teams are fighting for stuff. Like you think, oh, well, how can the Eagles over Arizona plus 6.5 be a good pick? It's the algorithm is really saying close game. It's saying the Eagles like to cover. It's saying the injuries were shading the Eagles actually better than they were fading. They were fading Arizona a little bit when you looked at injuries. So there's just, I think you could win all 5 here, and you probably are going to win. You're going to win at least 3 out of 5. I think you'll probably win 4 to maybe 5 of these. I'd be very surprised if you did worse than 3. But I like a lot of this here. So all right, good luck everybody. May all your picks be winning.